There you go.
When I was in middle school, I didn't have many friends because I didn't mind not having friends. But one friend that I did have, I was friends with him because he was much like me. He was rather nerdy, he was rather pudgy. The only difference was that he was Caucasian and he was about 6'4" when I was at the time about 6'5" or 5'5". We were pretty good friends. We enjoyed many of the same things. He was a bit volatile and probably would have been a bad influence on me if I succumbed to peer pressure, but it never came to that. The reason I bring this up though is because when I was in the locker room one day, he was in a particularly bad mood. I have no idea why. I never bothered to ask him. One thing though was that he was in such a bad mood he didn't even have the patience to deal with me because I was rather annoying as a middle schooler. And at this point, he got in my face, or above my face, and looked me straight in the eye and threatened me with violence. Now, I'm not a very brave person, but I knew that I wasn't gonna deal with his crap at that point, and I stared him right back in the eye until he backed down, which is kind of funny because he would destroy me in a physical conflict. And the reason I bring this up is that I disagree with this quote. If God wanted us to be brave, why did he give us legs? And I not only disagree with that because humans are brave, but also on a biological standpoint. On the point of being brave, humans are always doing brave feats, going above and beyond because of our ability to see beyond ourselves and put our own bodies on the line. And on a biological standpoint, it's because humans were made to go forwards. If we were meant to run away from our problems, we would have ended up like a gazelle with very thin, spindly legs that meant to go for fast bursts of energy. But no, humans were biologically made to be persistent hunters. We could outrun a cheetah or a gazelle just by outrunning them. We would run faster than they ever would. That's how we hunted things before we invented tools or projectiles. We just ran until the other thing got tired. And those two things are why I believe humans were not meant to run away from our problems, but to run forwards towards them. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking about his speech, so.
Oh, yeah, I try to ask you guys probably to know what
All right, Abraham, I like this story. I mean, you basically used the story of you and your middle school friend as your attention device and your first supporting point. And it takes you a while to get to the topic. If you want, I'll give you this piece of information. You're 1 minute and 45 seconds into the speech before the topic comes up, before you tell us what the quote is that you're going to be talking about, and then give us a thesis statement. I do like the thesis statement, but I also like the fact that you are being deliberate and giving us some detail about the story that you're telling us. I do think maybe you need to be a little bit quicker to the point that you're trying to make. And then once you get there, I think you tell the story pretty effectively about the confrontation with your friend. You weren't going to back down from him just because he's in a bad mood that one day. And then you also kind of made it a little bit funny. I think you did a nice job with that, mostly with your facial expressions and with your voice. So you managed to get a couple of things in there that change the tone for us and make it a little more interesting as a consequence. Those are good touches to add to a presentation. I think you could probably be a little bit more expansive in your facial expressions. Nothing that you're doing is wrong. Everything is okay. Just maybe a little bit more engaging. And like I said, the pace feels like it's slow at the first section. When you get to the second section, which lasts barely a minute, you throw in a bunch of things that don't really develop very much. And I'm still trying to figure out what makes you think humans were ever faster than cheetahs when they hunted them down. I'm not sure that that's an accurate interpretation of evolution. I think what you were trying to say is that the tools are what made us better in being able to do that. But that's not the way it came out. It sounded a little confusing.
We were never faster. We were just able to run for longer.
Okay, well, you need to make that all clearer. And the truth of the matter is, I'm not even sure that that's true. But I know that we are pretty dogged. You know, I'm going to take credit for, people 40,000 years ago. Me too. Fit in that category. And all your anxiety is coming out in your feet. Lots of body movement there. It's like you're kind of stepping side to side and forward and back. You don't take big steps, but you look like you were never quite balanced, sort of like you're trying to get yourself into position on the surfboard the whole time that you're speaking, instead of being more forceful and confident. Your voice is confident. Your facial expressions are confident. The rest of your demeanor, I think, is conveying that, but your feet are betraying you a little bit there. All right, thank you.